Well, Sam, thank you for visiting with Movie Fanatic. Wanted to ask about working with Mr. Hines, and if you guys kind of coordinated your efforts, or if you kind of worked separately in the sense that this is somebody in two different parts of their lives.
Well, we spent about a couple of hours together, in the sense of going. I said, here's a character that starts off idealistic, quite naive almost to what the mission might, how it might affect him, and then went through all the points of the emotional kind of journey I went through, and then said to, left Kieran with that, who, because it goes 30 years later, he had to kind of fill in the blanks of where he had been and what he had done in order to get to the performance he had of being kind of an empty vessel almost. Yeah.
And the issue of capturing Nazis and bringing them to justice is something that's so close to the early days of Israel. One, did you feel kind of any pressure to supposedly get it right? And two, were you able to talk to any Mossad agents about what that experience was like?
Martin went to Israel and did do that. And he kind of came back with all this information and these books and certain insights into their way of thinking that was quite unique. But I think if you kind of looking at this just as a Nazi hunting movie, you got it wrong. It is a thriller, that just happens to be the conceit of the movie.
Right.
And on top of that, really it's about any kind of secret that you're holding and the burden of holding that secret and how it ripples and affects those around you.
And I wanted to ask about your theater background and kind of how you think that's kind of influenced your career on screen.
Well, I trained for 3 years at the drama school in Australia, which is like where Kate Blanchett went and stuff, and it's pretty intense. You learn everything from Shakespeare to Chekhov to ballroom dancing to ripping apart scripts, everything. And I think out of that it gives you just like working in the theatre, there's a different work ethic, and that kind of work ethic that we achieved in that training, kind of when you bring that into a film base, you realise it's not just about, isn't it cool that I'm making a movie and my face is going to be on a poster. It's about you have to bring something to enhance a character, to help tell a story to an audience. And we only have one shot. When theatre, you have every single day to change the performance. In film, you got one shot. It's opening night, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And your career is certainly varied, whether it's Avatar, Clash, The Titans, and now this, The Debt. Is variation kind of important to you as an actor to kind of keep it fresh?
I more do the stories that I would go and see. That's how I pick them. No one knows what's going to work as a movie. But if this is a movie that I would like to go and see, then you go from that